So for this activity, you'll need to print out this worksheet and make sure that you have some scissors and glue that you can use. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to show that the Pythagorean relationship actually works. So the Pythagorean relationship is the relationship between this square here, and the diagonal square, which is a square plus b square added up to c square. So this area and this area together make up the diagonal square area. So this is what we're going to try to show. Okay, we're going to do kind of a proof of this. So how are we going to do this? Well, first of all, we just need to make sure we do our calculations here, make sure this actually works. So length of side A is going to be 5. I think the length of side B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the area, we can count 25 squares. And here we're going to have 144 squares. And what we're trying to show is that c squared is 169 squares. So a squared, so 25 plus 144, we should be able to get 169 squares out of here. Okay, and we can see that we get 5 by 12, so that's going to be 30 here, 30, 30, 30. And this is a 12 minus 5 squares, so it's going to be 7 squared, 49. Yeah, that seems to add up to 169. So that the calculation seems to work. But we want to actually physically show that this works. Okay, so the way this is going to work is we need to do some cutting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a square and b square, and we're going to cut out c square as well. Okay, so first we're going to start with the a square and b square. I want you to cut those out, and on the last page here, on the very last page, this is what we're going to end up with on page 5. This is we're just going to end up with this last page. Okay, you don't need to print out the blank ones. The blank ones are just in case you double-side it. But we're going to cut out a square and b square. And first thing we're going to do is paste a square and b square into here. So we're going to put a square in here. Okay, I want you to glue it down. And then this a square and b square is for the first triangle. So it should fit. You should be able to fit your a square in there. Okay, and you should be able to fit your b square. I'll do it in green here. You should be able to fit your b square in here. So I want you to cut those out, paste them down on here. Okay, so you should be able to show that that area can be covered up by your a square and b square squares. Okay, so I'm going to go back to here. Okay, so this square you're going to cut out. Okay, and you're going to show that it fits. You can glue that right on top of the b square on that template. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to do. And then you're going to do the same thing for a square. We're going to cut this one out, this one that I shaded. You're going to cut it out and show that it fits right on top of the a squared here. Okay, so paste it right on there and paste it right on there. Okay, so you're going to end up with a layer of a square and b square. What we're going to do is show that the c square matches all of this. And to do that, we're going to chop up the c squared. Okay, so we're going to chop up the c squared into these 5 pieces. Okay, so we have piece number 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all the same triangles. And then we're going to have the middle piece, which I'm going to call number 5. Okay, so I'm going to just color code these a bit. Okay, I'm going to call this one, the middle one, I'm going to do in green. Okay, so number 5. So what we're going to do is take these 5 pieces, and we're going to show that they match the a square and b square. We're going to lay it right on top of them. So you're going to have a layer already, so you're going to glue down a square and b square. And on top of that, so we're going to glue first a squared, b squared. And on top of what you've already glued down, you're going to put the c squared on top. So piece number 5 is going to be, actually I need to choose a different color here. Let's choose purple. Okay, so this number 5 piece is going to end up in here. Okay, we're going to see if it fits. You can see the 5 pieces showing up here. Okay, so I was just going to change the color here. So we'll change that to purple. Okay. So that square, that 12 minus 5, that 49 square, should fit right onto there. Okay. You're gonna fit right onto there. And then the four other triangles, you're gonna show that you can glue them right on top of here. So we'll call that 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and by doing so, we're going to prove that a square and b square match exactly to c square because we can cover a square and b square with all the pieces of c square. So that's what that's going to look like. So you're going to end up with 3 layers. So you're going to end up with an original layer, you're going to end up with 1 layer of a square or b square, and then you're going to end up a 3rd layer of c square where you chop up c square to these pieces to show that these pieces can fit right on top of a squared, b squared. And make sure you show the c squared on top. That's what you're gonna show me at the end. Okay, so that's the first part of this. The second part of this, you're gonna come up with your own triangle. Okay, and you're gonna do the exact same thing without a template. So you're not gonna have a template this time. Okay, so we have a template here, but you're gonna need to do another one somewhere over here. So make sure you have enough space. Don't make your triangles too big, but we're going to draw another triangle. So I'm going to make this one, I'm going to go 5 or 6, and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go 6 and 9. Okay, I'm going to have 6 and 9, and I'm going to make my square here. I'm going to make a 9 square. Oh, this is not a very nice looking triangle. Okay, so I'm going to make a 9 square off of this corner, off this side, sorry. I'm going to make a 6 square from this side, and I'm going to use this triangle, the 6 by 9 triangle, to get the corners of this diagonal square. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. There's my corner. Make sure you count accurately. If it doesn't look square, it's not square. So then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, make sure you count really accurately. And if it, like I said, if it doesn't look square, it's not square. Okay, so we want to make sure that we've done it correctly. Okay, so then I'm going to make my c square here, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, I want you to do the calculations, and I want yours to be different than what I just did here. So I'm not going to accept one that looks exactly the same as this. So 6 and 9, 36, 81. Together, these add up to 117. Okay, so I need to show that this area is 117, so it's going to be 9. 6 times 9 divided by 2 is 27. 27, 27, 27, so that's 54. 108. 108 plus 9 is 117. Okay, so the areas do match up. So the second part of this will be, you're going to show me that a square and b square, you're going to cut those out nice and carefully, and you're going to place them on here, a square and b square, and then on top of that, you're going to paste the c square. So you need to be able to draw accurately the c square here, make sure you can get the corners, it has to be accurate. And then chop it up, make sure you can divide it up into the right triangle pieces. Your 4 right triangles on the outside, okay, and the 1 square on the inside. And I want you to show me that you can place them right on top of a square and b square on the grid here. Okay, and that's going to be what your assignment is. And you're going to hand this in, you're going to show me this, and I'll be checking this in class.